How someone will die is fairly uncertain, but that doesn't mean we can't make a pretty good guess every now and again. Sometimes we need to question how much we should read into our dreams. Mikey Welsh was an artist that was best known as the bassist for American rock band Weezer. Many ups and downs in his personal life had caused the bassist to take a leave of absence in 2001 after suffering a tough mental breakdown. Mikey had suffered from a lifelong struggle with drug addiction and believed that focusing on art would help channel his emotions and mental troubles. Despite his hardships, Mikey would occasionally take time to play with his former band in 2010 and 2011. On September 26, 2011, Mikey took to Twitter after experiencing an unusual, realistic, and frightening dream. His tweet stated, "Dreamt I died in Chicago next weekend, heart attack in my sleep, need to write my will today." He then went on to correct his prediction to the week after next. On October 8, 2011, Weezer took to social media to sadly announce that the former bassist and artist had passed away. It had later been announced that Mikey was found dead in his Chicago hotel bathroom at approximately 11 p.m. from a suspected drug overdose, leading to a fatal heart attack while he was passed out. Mikey was 40 years old and left behind a wife and 2 children. Oftentimes when we think of terrible accidents, we hope and believe that it could never happen to us. Frank Pastore was a former American Major League Baseball pitcher from Alhambra, California. During his years pitching in the Major League, Frank went on to play for the Cincinnati Reds, the Minnesota Twins, and the Texas Rangers from 1979 until 1987. Known and well-respected, Frank expanded his horizons and went back to school, majoring in philosophy of religion and ethics in 1994. In 2004, Frank landed a job as a Christian talk show radio host in Los Angeles. As a born-again Christian, Frank often spoke about his faith and even published a book. Frank went on to successfully host the radio station for 8 years until tragedy struck his life on November 19, 2012. Just 3 hours prior, Frank was discussing the possibility of life after death, using himself as prime example of what real-life tragedies could occur to him. The following recording was taken just before Frank was involved in a devastating motor vehicle accident.
I mean, look, you guys know I ride a motorcycle, right? So at any moment, especially with the idiot people who cross the diamond lane into my lane, all right, without any blinkers. Not that I'm angry about it, but at any minute, I could be spread all over the 210.
That same afternoon, Frank inexplicably collided with a Hyundai Sonata while cruising on his Honda motorcycle on the Foothill Freeway in Duarte, California. The accident left Frank in a coma with severe head injuries. On December 17th, while in the hospital, Frank died at the age of 55 from pneumonia and complications resulting from the accident, leaving behind a wife, 2 children, and a grandchild. His death came as a shock to many. Frequent talk show listeners believe that Frank's final discussion was an eerie prediction to his final moments. Dream interpretation has been given a lot of weight and a lot of skepticism. Sugar Ray Robinson was an American professional boxer who carried the legacy of being one of the greatest boxers of all time. During his career, Sugar Ray became known as the first boxer in history to win a divisional world championship 5 times. Winning hundreds of matches, Sugar Ray was challenged to fight 22-year-old Jimmy Doyle in Cleveland, Ohio on June 25, 1947. Sugar Ray prepared and heavily anticipated their match, but all of that came to an end one night. Just the night prior to the match, Sugar Ray fell asleep at a friend's house when he experienced a vivid dream depicting the two fighting each other in the ring. Defending his title, Sugar Ray envisioned himself flooring his opponent and resulting in Jimmy's death. Sugar Ray reported that his dream felt incredibly real, and because of this, he refused to get into the ring. With the support of a priest, Sugar Ray was reassured that his dream was simply a dream that could do no harm. Convinced, Sugar Ray went on to fight Jimmy. After an intense 8-round match, Sugar Ray dropped Jimmy with a strong left hook punch. Jimmy fell to the ground and never gained consciousness. He was immediately taken to St. Vincent's Charity Hospital, where he died of a cerebral hemorrhage 17 hours after his final knockout, just as Sugar Ray's dream had warned him. Multiple criminal charges were threatened against Sugar Ray, but none were ever processed. That's all for now. Remember, you may not believe it, but anything is possible in a world so seriously strange. If you'd like to learn more bizarre and creepy things, please be sure to push the thumbs up button below and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next Wednesday.